Today I'm going to make a lid for this bin. Now this is a recycling bin from Fort Worth. I got it off the side of the road. You can do it with totes. I do it to keep my babies in the totes. This one right now does not have a lid. It does, but the lid's used for other totes, so it's like a little too big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure from corner to corner. Maybe. Oh, sorry, buddy. Guess I'll just keep on giving you a hard time. I'd have a tape measure for this, but I lost my tape measure somehow, somewhere. It's probably in the barn. So this tote measures at 5.5 nearly. I'm going to measure from handle to handle. So let's see. It goes like that. And from handle to handle, it measures 2 foot, 2 foot and an inch. So 5.5. Oh. Now I have done messed up my measurements because I'm used to my tape measure. So 1 foot 5 inches and 2.5. Okay, 1 foot 5 by 2.5. So that's what we got this measured at. I'm going to make it with scrap wood. Where's this bee? Maybe he's gonna fly off. You ever see a bee trying to eat birdseed? Alright, I went out and measured it with my regular tape measure. I had 24.5 by 17 1/4, and I'll probably add 1/4 to each one. So that would be 17.5, and this would be 24 and 7. 24 and 1/4, 7/4, 3/4. It would be 24 and 3/4. So and I thought I had chicken wire, but I have this 1/4 inch wire, which isn't bad. And then I have huge chicken wire, but I didn't want to use the big stuff because the snakes and stuff can get in it. This way, the snakes won't be able to get into this one. So we're going to measure this. This is a piece of wood from Home Depot. This is what they use for sleds on their forklifts. So let's see, I might need to go get the other one, which I really don't want to. So this would be 24 and 3/4. So we have 24 here, and then we're going to measure to right about here. Okay. Now we're going to do that on 2 of them. And then the other measurement was 17. And this was supposed to be, oh, it's just barely big enough. It's not going to be big enough because I need to add whatever this is, so I could add that on the other one. So this would be 24 and 3/4. Oh, I got this big piece right here that I forgot all about. That'll work. To the sides. Okay. So like I said, these are all scrap pieces of wood that I get from the garbage. The best stuff is free, and the best free stuff is found in the garbage. You never believe what some people find in the trash. You never believe what some people throw away. Okay. So we're going to use a square. If you don't got one of these, just try to make it as straight as you can. And I'm going to cut all this wood and I'll be right back. Alright, if there's kiddos doing this, I suggest getting help from your parents, because we're going to be using either power saws or hand saws or sharp tools. I decided to do this at 25 instead of 24.5 because I'm going to need room for the outside. So we're going to cut this with a handsaw. and I'll get back to you when I cut these. Alright, I'm going to mark this one at 17.5. This goes across the front. So this was marked at 17.5. And then I added for these. Because it's 17.5 wide. So then these are going to be on the side. So I added 2 of these. Just like that. So that I have enough room when I put this together. I can put one on each end. Like that. So you're going to want to add however thickness your wood's going to be. So these are going to be the sides, just like that. So when you put them together, they'll have enough room to fit around the box. Because if you fit it to the box length, you're not going to have enough room. So this one went to 20.5, which your box isn't going to be the same size as mine, so I don't think that it would matter. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut 2 of these just like this. So that's basically how it's going to look. As you can see, I added for this and for this, because if you would have cut it at the width of the box, you would have been short on those. So now I'm going to drill 2 pilot holes, because this is kind of thin, so I'm going to drill 2 pilot holes. I'm going to put 2 screws at the end of all of these. And you can add glue if you want. I took my glue inside, so I won't be adding glue. And then I'll be adding the top to it. Alright, got my holes drilled. What you want to do is drill a hole no bigger than your screw so it doesn't slide through. So that one sticks pretty good. And then I also drilled a pilot hole in the top so I could set the screw down in there so it's not catching on stuff. And if you don't have a drill, or if you're just cheap and don't want to buy tools, I got this one from Harbor Freight for 20 bucks. Works pretty good. And then I also got this from Harbor Freight. I don't remember how much it cost. But if you want to work cheap but don't want to pay the price for the tools, Harbor Freight has good tools. Some tools are good, some tools are bad. It really just depends on what you're using them for. I used a whole bunch of mismatched screws because I couldn't find any of what I had, so I used what I had found around over the years. So I got all these, and what you're going to want to do is basically just place it like this and then screw it on there. So this is what I ended up with. This is box. So now I'm going to take whatever wire I chose, whether it would be new wire or recycled wire, just make sure it's not too rusty. And I'm going to find a staple gun and I'm going to staple this down to that. And I'll get back with you. Alright, here's the final thing. I already had a door on this, so I just decided to keep it. Here's the door. I drilled 3 little holes, as you can see, so I can run some wire through so I can actually close it. It does latch, but not very well, especially since I stapled it. I wanted to make sure there were several staples in it so that it didn't come off. What you can do to prevent it from coming off is to lay a skinny or a piece of board around the outside. We're going to do one last thing to make sure that it doesn't fall through onto the quail. So what I got is, I got this from the bargain bin at, well, I might have some wood in there to make a border. Anyways, I got this from the bargain bin at Home Depot, which is, it's normally in the back of the wood section. I don't know about your guys' Home Depot, but it's in the very back in the concrete section on the back side of the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to run that right across. And what that does is when it gets placed up over the tote, this right here will stop it from going all the way down and pulling on that wire. So I'm going to put that on there and I'll get back to you. Alright, this is my done product. I had enough wood for 2 pieces. So I put the 2 pieces on there. Now if you use this 1/2-inch square wire, it's normally called hardware cloth, you're going to have these little stuffs that stick over, you can cut them off or file them down. I tried that and it normally breaks off, so I just left it like that. And I think that the snake that would come up out of there would be more discouraged to try to climb in there. So this is what I think is going to be snake proof. And then I made reassured and stapled the 2 pieces of wood I had put over the top. So basically this is a square. You measure it on the outside, so we'll take it and go try it on the box. Alright, here's my box. With my poor little quail in it. He's so sick. I don't know what to do with him. I'm kind of not really in the farmer's book to take your $3 bird to the vet. But I've been giving him ointments and Vetricin and taking care of him. Okay. Fits like a glove. Awesome possum. Then I got the store on here. So I can just reach in there. Hi, buddy. But now you're not going to have to worry about snakes. If you got baby quail, you ain't got to worry about them flying out. I guess depending on the type of creature you put in there, if you put a snake in there, I'd suggest putting a couple bricks on the top. Or this one has holes in it right here. And right here, I guess you could wire it to the top, but that's how you make a critter top for your totes. It's pretty simple, mostly scrap wood. These 2 pieces I found in the garbage at Home Depot. This one and this one come from Home Depot's bargain bin. I don't think I paid but 5 cents for it. And this one back here was also trash. So, and then this top was, I paid for this top, but it's been used 3 or 4 times for other cages. So that's how you make a critter top. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.